Welcome to Savvy Sessions number 29 with Joy and Joe.
In this episode, we're going to be asking the question, what can a virtual assistant do for you? Now, sometimes one of the hardest things to work out when hiring a virtual assistant is what can they actually do for you? So we're going to cover off a few of the clients that we work for, the types of tasks that we help them with. Mm-hmm. Hopefully that will prompt you to think, yes, actually, that would work for me too.
All right, so the first one is a creative agency. So they outsource, I suppose, all of their, some of their graphic design overflow work. So edits in WordPress, logos, branding, flyers, print, brochures and business cards and all sorts of things for them. So they actually outsource their graphic design work to us.
Yeah. Another one would be, we've got a few business coaches that we work for. Mm-hmm. One in particular, we do pretty much all their Xero, so invoicing, reconciling, their GST. That can include actually logging it with IRD, mm-hmm. Doing their PAYE, scheduling all their clients, signing up the new clients, getting them on board, pretty much everything that allows them to just literally go to the meeting with a client, face the client, do the work for the client. So we take care of the whole back end of the business for them.
Mm-hmm. Then we have some real estate agents. So we help them with photography. So we're in the Wellington region here in New Zealand. So we go on site and do photography for them and also help with their social media presence and creating graphics, creating calendars that get sent out at Christmas time for the next year. So lots of sort of graphic design, photography type work.
Yeah. There's also, we've got a few chiropractors and physios. So for them, we're more of a virtual reception. We'll take calls, we'll book clients and answer some of their questions when they're calling to book in, including, ACC numbers, things like that. So that actually stops them having to actually have someone physically on site there purely to answer the phones.
Yep. So we would do work for a lawyer. So we do lots of filing documents into their online filing system. So grabbing those from emails and making sure that the filing is tidy, and doing a bunch of personal tasks. So errands, calls, scheduling, booking in things, making sure that you go to the dentist, booking your car in for a service, those types of things.
Yeah. There's also an electrician, and this we've got a few people like that fall into this category. So the tradies, and this particular one, electrician, so we do all the bookkeeping. So again, take care of his invoicing, making sure things are followed up and people are paying promptly. We also do his payroll and job scheduling. So we can actually take the calls and book in a job for him because he's on the tools and can't answer his phone all the time.
And many of our team are Fergus experts, and so they manage the full Fergus job scheduling in there, quoting, invoicing, etc., and set that up and help and train team members to use the app for Fergus as well.
Yeah.
Right, the next one is a fairly large transport company. So we do the full payroll for them and also manage all of their supplier invoices and do their reconciling in Xero.
Yeah, cool. Now, there's also a property manager. I think we've got a couple of those actually. The one that springs to mind will be one that we're coordinating with the Healthy Homes inspections with the tenants, because as you can appreciate, that's a time-consuming thing, having to align your calendar, contact the tenant, say, hey, we're going to have someone there to do an inspection on this day at this time. So that for anyone who's a property manager, you must know how busy it is to run around after tenants and try to coordinate things. We also coordinate tradies to go on site and make repairs, and organise water bills. We don't have those here in Wellington, but in Auckland, there are water bills that need to be charged out to tenants. So we do that.
All right, and then the final one that we have for you is like an independent consultant. So they're doing consulting work or environmental law type stuff. And a few other types of consultants where they're going in and do project work for large organizations in government. So there's a lot of daily inbox and diary management. So filtering through emails, making sure that they don't miss anything, making sure that they go into folders and are categorized in in a system. We have a few different systems that we use with clients, whatever works for them, so that they are alerted to the most urgent emails first, and don't miss things from their clients, and also coordinating those meeting requests that they get.
Yeah, so hopefully that's given you some idea of the types of business that we can work for, and you might fit into one of those gaps. So,
So that is Savvy Sessions number 29 with Joy and Joe.
and we'll see you next time.